Aloha. Happy Aloha Friday and H Day. I'm excited to welcome Scott Simpson to lead our Rainbow Warrior golfers. He will be our eighth head coach since our team became a Division I program. We appreciated all of his contributions with our Wahine golf team while he was working with Coach Bidney the last few seasons. Additionally, his leadership skills, passion, experiences, and knowledge will make an immediate impact on our student athletes. Welcome aboard, Scott, and I'll turn it over to you to make some opening statements.
Oh, well, thanks, David. Appreciate you allowing me this opportunity to join the athletic department, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've had such a great time the last 2 years with Stephen and the girls, and felt like we made some real improvements with the players, and we had just such a great time. And I'm hoping we're going to do the same thing with the boys. I'm committed to doing everything possible to help them succeed both in the classroom and on the golf course. And I'm hoping with my experience and definite passion and enthusiasm that we can accomplish some great things here at UH and make this two great golf teams.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. We'll open it up to questions. I'm going to start with Rob DeMello.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. First question is, what intrigued you the most about this position, about being able to lead this program? And when you start thinking about the things that you want to accomplish, what excites you most?
Well, my mom and dad were both school teachers, and I've always thought I would enjoy teaching and coaching. And as a professional player, everything is about yourself. I mean, everything I can do to improve my game, to help me shoot lower scores, whatever I need to work on, see teachers. And so everything was there, but I always had this nagging desire, I guess, to teach. And so I came over here. Well, we've lived here off and on for years and years with my wife growing up here in Hawaii. And we moved here 7 years ago. And my buddy, Greg Nichols, I told him, gosh, I think I'd really love to teach. And he gave me an opportunity at Ko'olina to teach, and I fell in love with it. Just enjoy helping people get better. And actually helped a girl, Zoe Akagi, transfer to UH. And that's where Stephen asked if I'd like to help out as the assistant coach. And I just had so much fun that I just loved it, and just got intrigued with maybe we can turn the boys program around too. We're going to work together. In practices, I have great plans for trying to get them to practice together and to work on a lot of things together. And I just really feel like I can just help the boys improve. And school is really important. And I'm going to do my best to help them in both areas, just, achieve what they want to achieve.
And, obviously you coach individuals, you coach as a team. How big is it to you? And you mentioned moving here 7 years ago. You've been here off and on for many, many years. And I know that you've embraced the culture and you feel very special about this place. How special is it that you represent the University of Hawaii and Hawaii golf in general?
I'm just so thrilled. I just can't express it really. I just love the University of Hawaii. I've always followed them, obviously in football and golf, every sport. Volleyball this year was fantastic. And just think that they haven't achieved what they can achieve in the men's game. And I help a lot of the kids that some of the kids are going to be going there. So I've helped teach them, and that got me intrigued also. But I just feel like we can do some great things here in Hawaii. Pepperdine just won the NCAA championship in golf, and what they have to do, they have to drive to their courses. They don't have a big on-campus practice facility. They're in the same boat that USC, Hawaii, so many schools are. And so we play great courses here. I just think we can attract some really great players. And I just felt like with my record and my ability, obviously I played well on the tour, And so I think as a recruiting tool, this could really help attract kids to come to Hawaii and see what great things we have to offer. And because when you want to make it in golf, a lot of the coaches are players who have played on tour. And with my record, hopefully I know what it takes to get there, what it takes to achieve, obviously my dreams and hopefully theirs too. And I can help them not only with their swings, but also how you approach the game, how you deal with pressure, and so many of the mental challenges that golf presents also. I'm just really thrilled to be able to help kids, and especially as a team, to invest in their lives and help them become just great community leaders in every way.
Thank you, Coach.
Sure.
Okay, next question is Dave Reardon with the Honolulu Star Advertiser.
Hey, Coach Simpson, you might not remember, but we met a long time ago when you were playing the Hawaii Open. And one of the things I remember is that you told me you were neighbors with Tony Gwynn. So the late, great Tony Gwynn. And, in traveling around a little bit, I've always felt like San Diego is the city, at least in the continental United States, there's nothing quite like Hawaii, but San Diego to me is always the closest in a lot of ways to Hawaii. And is that kind of, obviously your wife being from here, but is that kind of like part of your affinity for Hawaii that is similar to, San Diego in a lot of ways?
Oh, I think so. I'm born and raised in San Diego, and I've loved San Diego, but there's just something about Hawaii, the culture, obviously the weather, the beaches. I have always just loved Hawaii and embraced it. And my wife, born and raised here, she's always loved Hawaii. I told people, I said, I live in San Diego and I'm going to move. And they said, why would you ever move from San Diego? And then when I say Hawaii, usually the reaction is, oh, okay, that makes sense. So everybody loves Hawaii.
If I can follow up on that, this is like the second week in a row where we're welcoming a coach from San Diego. That's part of why I asked the question. And
yeah.
Did you know Rich Hill? And were you familiar with the baseball program at the University of San Diego?
No, I know the golf coach at the University of San Diego, Chris Riley, but no, I don't know Rich. I actually watched his interviews. I'm looking forward to meeting him. He seems like another guy with a lot of passion and who just loves the islands. And I think we share a lot of the same goals as far as investing in our players' lives, letting them know that we're here to do everything we can to help them succeed in school, succeed in the community, succeed in golf, baseball. I loved his interview, and I'm looking forward to meeting him a lot.
All right, next question, and I'd like to welcome KITV's new sports reporter, Keith DeModer.
How's it going, everybody? First time on the Zoom here. And Coach, from a fellow San Diegan and a fellow Trojan, just want to say aloha as well.
Well, aloha. Yeah, it's I played at USC. I won the NCAA there a couple times in golf, and so I'm hoping that record will help attract some kids to our beautiful campus and state of Hawaii. But I had a great time at USC, and they also, it's like Hawaii. We would drive to the courses. Some programs have their own golf course, Stanford, Purdue, a whole bunch of them. And so the advantage of that is you walk out and you play your golf course. The disadvantage is you're playing the same course all the time. One of the great advantages in Hawaii, we get to play so many different courses, from Mid-Pac to Oahu, Hawakale, Pearl, and we're going to add some more. I'm going to work hard to get Wailea on our schedule. And, we have a chance to practice and play at a lot of different grasses, different venues. And I think that can be a real drawing point, a real good thing to help our players improve and be the best they can be.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach, just to follow up on what you said earlier, you mentioned recruiting and how big that's going to be for your program. But One question I wanted to ask is, what is the toughest part about being a head coach? And, you know, this is gonna be your first time being a head coach. Like, what are the challenges that you're looking forward to facing, and how do you feel you are competent in kind of overcoming those challenges?
Well, the biggest challenge would be doing things that I haven't done before, which is we host 3 tournaments. So I'm going to be basically running 3 tournaments where everyone comes into Hawaii to play. And the other challenge is just to make sure that I'm compliant in everything that we do as a program. And I'm so committed to that. The worst thing in the world would be to do something where you're breaking a rule, where you're risking, the athletes are the ones that pay the penalty, and I'm not going to do that. And so everything we're going to do is going to be compliant by the rules. On the PGA Tour, if I ever have a doubt, I call a rules official, and we're always told, call a rules official. And David was great. He told me, you cannot call compliance enough, just to make sure. And so I'm going to make sure we run a clean program with tons of integrity, and the kids are going to be the same way. And that, those would be my biggest challenges. The other thing I'm going to do is we have a limited 20 hours a week where we can practice, and those practices are going to be structured. We're going to work on things to really improve their games. We're also going to join the women and boys, women and men together to practice now and then. I think that's important for the teams also to know each other, to practice with each other, and to support each other. And it's fun. I want the kids to have so much fun. I want them to get done with their 4 years at UH and just think, man, that was the greatest experience of my life, and to be prepared to go on whatever direction life takes them. And we're gonna work hard and have a lot of fun. Pete Carroll was the coach at USC, and I always thought that was probably the gift he had in coaching was the ability to work really hard and also have a lot of fun. And so we're gonna do the same thing here with UH Golf.
All right, Dave Reardon.
Okay, this is actually for the hardest working man in show business, Jason Conashiro, because he's out there humping the hills at the Manoa Cup right now. So and he covers a lot of the golf for us. And his question has to do with I remember you being involved with the juniors, at least to the degree of doing that, the Sony Open, the challenge, the Hawaiian Open challenge thing with them. His question has to do with, have you been involved a lot with juniors and high school golf locally here in Hawaii? And how will that shape your recruiting philosophy?
Well, yeah, I've been very involved, actually. I coached Leisure Dan for a couple of years, just because one of the boys I worked with, Dante Sparborough, they didn't have a coach, and so we went from 3 kids to 16 kids, and we had a great time. A lot of beginners. So I coached high school a couple of years before joining Stephen with the girls there with Wahine, and then also I've coached a lot of the kids who play in Hawaii. Jake Sikwin, Tyler Ogawa, who are coming onto the UH team. I've coached them, and David Ishii is probably one of the top teachers in Hawaii. David and I have been friends forever, since junior golf, and a lot of times he'll have kids come over when they want to work on the mental side, when they want to work on course, when they want to work on their short game. He'll send them to me, and we work great together, believe in a lot of the same things. So I've worked a lot with the juniors. I've helped the Hawaii State Junior Golf Association with their fundraisers and the First Tee. Done a lot with those 2 organizations too. So yeah, I've done a lot with the juniors. And as far as recruiting in Hawaii, I've already talked to some kids that's going to change their opinion on what they're going to look at actually on the road, possibly. So, yeah, a lot of the kids, I think, in Hawaii just assume they're going to go to the mainland, especially top players. But I'm hoping if I'm coach here, maybe they'll give a thought to staying home, realizing that you can become a great player here at home, Oops, sorry, my doggies. And I don't think there's any reason at all you can't become a great player in Hawaii.
Okay, I think with that, that should wrap it up. Coaches, do you have anything else to share?
Well, I just want to share that I'm just so thrilled to be able to do this, to be able to join the team here at UH. And I feel like I've got a lot to learn. I feel like I'm always willing to learn. And I'm just super excited to be joining with the kids. And I feel like we can make a real difference, We're going to have, working with Stephen on fundraisers that we plan on making the most fun and informative fundraisers in Hawaii, as far as getting the kids out there and exposing the kids to the community as well as the community to the kids. So we're just gonna have a great time just growing this program and working with the kids. I can't wait to work with them on their golf games and in every facet of their lives. And we're gonna have a lot of successful kids coming out of Hawaii and alumni. And I'm just so excited to be part of the team here at UH.
Dave, did you have something else? Dave Ridden?
Yes, it's one quick follow-up to something you mentioned earlier. You say you're going to try hard to get Wailea as a place where you can play at. Are you a member there?
No, I'm not. I know a lot of members. I know a lot of members that have, expressed to me, yeah, why aren't they there? So, but it's something you have to go through the channels. I know it's the top private club in Hawaii, and with the Sony there, I think that's another drawing card in the recruiting process to say we play where the pros play. And so I'm going to do everything I can to talk to the board members. I know the pro, Kevin Carl. I know a lot of members, and one way or another, we're going to see if we can get out there at least. My thought is at least once every couple of weeks or something like that. And we're going to give it a good shot, and we should be at Wailea. And I want them to understand too on what a great thing it is to support the University of Hawaii golf team. That Wailea can say with pride, we're supporting these boys and girls. So I think it could be a great win-win. It should always be a win-win with the country clubs. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And sure. Sure positive. I'm pretty positive it'll work out.
I think you have a shot.
I hope so.
All right, I think that does it. Thanks again, everyone, for jumping on. And once again, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.